Hey! What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Well, my name is Jeremy, aka, well, come on, you guys! It's your boy, R.P.G, Red, Purple, Gold. Now, before we get into the new episode of R.P.G reviews, previews, and general news, and get into our brand new review today, I just wanted to take this time, as I always do, to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't had a chance to do so already, because I'd love to have you as part of the family. Make sure and take just a couple seconds. It's really quick and painless, I promise you. Just give the video a thumbs up, like the video, because it definitely does help. Make sure that right down below, right down there, use that comment section to leave any comments that you might like as well, because it's definitely the best way to be able to get that dialogue going back and forth. And of course, as I always love to say, the ding and the dong, you know how it goes. Bell gang, bell gang, bell gang. Make sure and hit that notification bell so that each time I put up a brand new piece of content, you'll be the first to be able to get notified that I've released a brand new episode, and you can be the first to take in that new video whenever you'd like. Well, you guys, we're here today on a brand new episode for a new review for an album that I'm definitely digging on, and I cannot wait to tell you guys all about it. So, the name of the band that we're going to be talking about today is called Our Last Night. Once again, that is Our Last Night. And the name of the album is called Let Light Overcome. Now, the album itself was released on March 8th, 2019. Now, the group Our Last Night is an American post-hardcore band that was actually formed back in 2004. Now, the band consists of two brothers and two other members as well. And so I always find that cool when you have a band that has actual family members in it. I always find that really interesting because I've been in a band or two during my time of, you know, just always being in love and following music in a big way, especially the fact that I used to and still play the drums. But I've been in some, you know, groups that had family members in it, and it's just always so interesting and fun to see that dynamic when you have that level of connectivity of people within the group. But I just think that's really cool that this group has two brothers and two members as well. Now, again, the name of the group is Our Last Night, and here is the album cover art. So let me bring that in a little bit closer. Up and down. Pull that out one more time. Here's the album cover art for Our Last Night, and the name of the album is Let Light Overcome. So that is the album cover art. But as I love to do in each one of my reviews, is that I want to give you guys some of my personal opinion on my favorite songs from the album. So some of my favorite songs from Let Light Overcome are Demons, Bury the Hatchet, Bleed for You, and Every Time Our Earth Shakes. Now, this group, in a general way, now again, these are just some of, you know, the terms that I have heard growing up, and, you know, again, like I talked about in some of my other videos, when it comes to all of the different aspects, all of the different, you know, words that are used to describe what type of rock and roll each different kind of group is, you know, because this one talks about it being a post-hardcore band. So again, there's all sorts of different, you know, meanings behind, you know, individually what that means. But for me, when I think of Our Last Night, I think of them as being a screamo band mixed with a little bit of that really, you know, kind of just, and again, and I mean it in the sense where the two lead singers, or if it is one guy, wow, I am very impressed. But to me, I would assume it's two lead singers. But one guy kind of does the screamo part where when he is singing, it's very loud, it's very in the mic, and it's not that you can't always understand them, but it definitely does lend itself to a very specific type of singing, and it is just that overall sound that, you know, some people are really gonna like, and some people don't really like that screamo type, or that, you know, kind of a little bit illiterate idea of the music, because it's very difficult to understand what they're actually saying. But to me, I really like screamo music because most of the time when you have a more, you know, post-hardcore, screamo-esque band, you almost always have that person that will do the screamo parts, but also have a person that can sing and just has a beautiful voice, and Our Last Night is just like that. So the band is a mix of screamo and then another lead singer who has just an amazing voice. Now, this album was just released in early March, so it's only been out a little bit over a month. But I'm still listening to it absolutely, you know, 1 or 2 times a week. And again, because of that dichotomy of the screamo-esque sound with the other lead singer, or maybe it's the same guy, because with this one they didn't specify, you know, when I was doing some of my research, but it is just an incredible thing to be able to listen to, because you've got that idea of everything really loud up here, and then like, you know, you've got that idea of that mixture of two sounds. And that's something that I love so much about music, when you are able to have that ability to bring in that constant mixture of one type of music, another type of music when it comes to the singing, but blend it all in one, you know, cohesive type of music and just put it out there to the world. So again, what are you guys here to see? You want to know what my final verdict is, what the final score for the brand new album that we are reviewing today, Our Last Night, and the name of that album once again is Let Light Overcome. So again, like I said, this band really is a great mix of screamo with another lead singer that really does have an amazing voice. Like I also pointed out, I'm still listening to the album probably about 1 or 2 times a week, so it's something that's still in relatively regular, you know, rotation when it comes to the music that I'm listening to right now. And one other thing about this album is that it's only about 8 songs long, so it's a little bit shorter, but each one of the songs are, you know, 3 to 4.5 minutes long. So the overall album actually has a pretty good length of time to it, even though it's not very long when it comes to the sense of the amount of tracks on the album. But the whole album is very, very good from start to finish. And so for that reason, and again, once again, I know I talk about this a lot with the rock albums, and this has been, you know, 2 rock albums in a row that I've done, but one thing that I noticed with a lot of these music, or a lot of the music that I have been reviewing lately when it comes to the rock side, I'm listening to that in the gym all the time. So this is also a really good workout album as well for, you know, those of you out there that want to get that really good hardcore pump in. Boom, this is definitely the type of music to do it, because you're going to have a lot of that, like, I need that extra bit of energy and power to put into this last set. These guys are awesome for that as well. So for all of those reasons combined, I am giving Our Last Night, Let Light Overcome, a score of 8 out of 10 points. Well, you guys, thank you so much for coming and stopping by and checking out another episode of my ongoing series, R.P.G. Reviews, Previews, and General News. So make sure to keep it locked right here on the channel with your boy, R.P.G. Red, Purple, Gold. So until I put out that next episode, definitely, like I said, keep it locked right here. And until I put out that new review, which should be coming in a couple days, peace.